More than 110 members of the Oregon National Guard are now on their way to Oklahoma tonight for training leading up to a one-year deployment in Iraq. The soldiers flew out this morning in their Black Hawk helicopters. Those are the same aircraft, you might remember, that have been so helpful in those high-altitude rescues in the Cascades within the last few years. Earlier this month, one of them helped rescue a climber from near the summit of Mount Hood.
We will not be able to probably do high-altitude rescues until our aircraft return back home. Before, we've always been able to leave a team or a contingent back home, but this time 100% of the company is deploying.
Those helicopters and crew will still be saving lives. They'll be flying medevac missions in support of American and coalition troops. For 75% of those soldiers, this is not the first time they've had to say goodbye to their loved ones. We spent the morning with one of those families. One at a time, 10 Oregon National Guard Black Hawk helicopters lift off into the fog. It's the beginning of a long mission that will take them first to Oklahoma, then onto the war in Iraq.
I'm very proud of him.
For local soldiers and their families, it's time to say goodbye. That means another round of hugs and goodbyes for Grant Rush, who's been through this before.
This is a medevac, so it's a totally different mission for me.
And this time around, with a 6-month-old son at home, it's harder to go.
Gonna miss everything pretty much. He's really getting active in the last month, and it'll be hard to leave him.
Rush's wife has been through this before, but that doesn't make it any easier.
I'll cry all of a sudden. I already told my friends that they asked how to help, and I said, well, if you see me crying, just give me a hug.
But she strongly supports the job her husband and other Americans are doing.
Him going over there allows us our freedom here, and that's important. You have to have a military to keep you safe. It's not that we want to kill people or do anything like that. It's just we want to protect so that we can be free and go wherever we want and worship how we want.
Grant's sense of duty sends him on his way, confident in his mission.
This is a good unit. I'm glad I'm in it. I think we'll do a good job. We support the troops and the locals over there with the medevac saving lives. I think we'll be successful.
Successful and safe.
That's the main thing I'm hoping for, is everybody comes home safe.
Now, only one Black Hawk helicopter from Idaho will be stationed in Oregon through March, while the state does without its own fleet of 12. After that, 2 helicopters from Indiana will be in the state until the soldiers return.